on me, God darn it. My concept, my ass. Okay. No, the trick on me, jackass. Don't disturb your peace. Watch me, watch me. I said what I said. No, it's a trade though for me. My conscience is not for everybody, and that's okay. To the genuine ones with no intentions, I actually hope all is well in your end, and I actually hope that you continue to find peace with in regards to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy, and I say this respectfully. My content is not for everyone. I actually hope all is well in your end, and I actually hope that you continue to find peace within, because healing, trauma, and pain is not a race or an overnight process. But you matter, you're worthy. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. You ever had to realize you had to take a second to yourself? Realize how you came far when it comes to growth? He almost overlooked you when it came to that testimony. But understanding faith, it was truly within you understood gravity. When you understood gravity, you was the blessing to yourself. They rejected you, but God was truly protecting you. We may not pray the same, but that energy is different. Overcoming poverty and pain, they would never understand elevation. It was never for likes and views or cloud chasing. You wasn't doing it for the fame. They would never understand your elevation when it comes to hold on a second confidence. It was endured within you, the strength that the God endured within you. They would never understand your potential. The energy is different. Thanking God that God never gave up on you. You're very so much thankful for the balance. You still healing childhood trauma. When it went into your adulthood, they would never understand how you maintain the smile. That healing journey will always be forever. But you still understood how to weather the storm when folks didn't know how to do you better. They was doing you so bad. They didn't want you to maintain the smile when you didn't have to get physical. They would never understand how. How God allowed you to see a miracle when you least expect. You was far from delusional, actually praying to go within. When they said God wasn't real, but God was keeping it real, because your steps is always you least expected. God was showing you balance when it comes to acknowledging your worth, while God opened certain doors in your life for all the right reasons, so you don't project yourself. They would never understand your mental health when they called you crazy, slow, stupid, and retarded. You were nobody. But you was somebody, your mother, your heavenly mother, Father God. The energy is different. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process, and I say that respectfully. Stop the violence. I love to talk about love. No, in the trade though, I love to talk about love. My content is not for you. No, the trade though for me, it really ain't. Love is real, love is one of a kind with the right one actually for you. It was that once in a lifetime type of love. That type of love that you would choose every lifetime only to realize that someone could truly keep it real with you love. You wouldn't do nothing to change at the end of the day. Thanking God for holding on a second, allowing you and your soulmate to reunite for all the right reasons, because God had a better plan. That energy is different when folks wanted to see you frown, but God maintained your smile. They would never understand elevation when it comes to growth. You was far from delusional because someone was on the same page with you, not to mistreat you or don't abuse you. The energy is different. No, for real, for real. They said that you was delusional because true love wasn't real. The things that you always prayed for became a dream come true only because you was keeping it real. You just had to be patient with time and day because it became an existence. Happy tears hits different. Only rush the hold on 1 second. God maintain your smile, overcoming the storm. That unconditional love brought you balance when it comes to self-worth. I love myself, not the dim my light. I love myself, not the dim my light. You almost gave up on a love department. Yes, you did. It's a train of thought for me. Those verbs hits different. It went from not just I love you, but hold on 1 second, I got your back. Walking into the right person's arms only to show you why you maintain a smile. Why, butterfly? It was true to you that day that God said don't make frown. Imagine two people praying for each other, only to realize that hold on 1 second. God's timing, divine's timing was actually right timing. Could nobody stop this love connection regardless of what spell work or whatever he say, she say, had to say about this couple? No, everything changed on me. Yeah, I come from two different worlds, poverty and pain. Everybody's walking like that the same. But just imagine why that door closed for all the right reasons when it come to your past. It was lust, mind games, manipulation, all this bad behavior. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. Only for you to realize you prayed to go within one day. Asking God, your heavenly mother, Father God, to send you the right person with good intentions, not to mislead you with pain. Another day, but to maintain your smile, just to bring the best out your most healthiest way. And you gained the love of a best friend, A business partner, everybody's walk of life ain't the same. How someone's really cheering you on, up close in person, behind closed doors. That elevation hits different when someone's trying to do you wrong. That balance hits different. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. Wow. Someone wasn't wearing a mask to get physical with you. Someone didn't have to switch up on you. They knew how to be faithful to you. You know that first time around type of love, only the rest to hold on 1 second. God should allowed you to heal that wound that truly brought you bad love. Wow. You ever got choked up in your own words? You ever got lost in your own words, even a little stuttering? Your past used to kick you down and see you frown, but you got the right person by your side not to see you down. Someone's willing to grow old with you. Someone is even willing to change a diaper or two. No, it's a Drake though, but you gotta really think about this shit now. Hold on 1 second. Really gotta think about this shit. When you said I do to the love of your life when you least expect it. Because everybody's walk of life ain't the same. And I say this respectfully because everybody's not ready for marriage. Folks be talking about an all day long running game, but who would have knew that God sent the love of your life to be faithful to you? That energy is different. Someone wasn't trying to fumble you. Imagine falling in love with the love of your life every single day. A special holiday, who would have knew? That someone truly knew how to maintain your smile. The energy is different. My content is not for everyone. I say that respectfully. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one actually for you. That energy is different. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. Ha! No, it's a Drake though for me. You decide to come out your comfort zone. In emotion, only the rest became relatable. You allowed yourself to feel. You allowed yourself to come out your comfort zone. You had to say it again because, hold on 1 second, someone wasn't steering you wrong. It became a dream, that's how you felt. But it's only your reality, only the rest of, hold on 1 second, someone was trying to make a fool out of you. Someone wasn't trying to have their cake and eat it too because someone wasn't misleading you. They wasn't wearing a mask. All that got better was time and day when it came in your existence, coming true, someone should be faithful to you. It was love at first sight. Certain folks would never be able to relate to. That energy is different. It went from 1 year to 2 years to 30 years that folks said it was impossible that someone could truly show you balance when it comes to healthy love. But someone truly all he was doing was just keeping the real love. That energy is different. It wasn't toxic love. No, and the Drake don't be all the stuff for no molested just because true love is not supposed to hurt. That energy is different. Someone's praying for you, not against you. Y'all both on the same page. Didn't have to get physical. Y'all may not pray the same, but you still know how to respect your bae. The energy is different when you come to your nicknames. That every Drake though for me, hey. Always be yourself and no malicious intentions. You know, when the right person walks into your life, it wasn't to fumble them. It wasn't a lesson either. It was more so of a blessing, a miracle had God allowed you to see why our future truly so bright, became so muchly right. The energy is different. It wasn't mind manipulation games. Someone saw you, not to overlook you, maintain a smile, who would have knew? Two people choosing each other, come from two different worlds, having a beautiful heart. True love was one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. Common sense actually made sense in the most healthiest way, so that you couldn't buy. Only rise the hold on 1 second. Your past had to tell so much lies. Well, they try to spin the block, but they can't. Have a good day, jackass. I hope you fall through for your way and your own lesson. How the same stuff actually happens. How when someone sees somebody pouring into you, they mad, they tax bracket. How now all of a sudden that they love you, they respect you, they got your back, but they hit agendas, they mold at the end of the day, but God sees them from a mile away. Because God said that they cannot perform what they did last time to you, project the pain. Took them much like a bad habit, who wouldn't even trying to catch a case. That's the train of thought for me, how folks project lust, play with spoken in a toxic way, so but they know how to value time and day, only what that God said not the day. You know, when you outgrow the old, they will never understand that future truly real. Someone should keeping it real. They say that you acting funny, but it's been a couple of years. You ain't been around this fool. And hold on 1 second. I said what I said. Leave it as the people to fuck along. And be the center thought for me. How they try to throw dirt in your name, disrespect you out loud. They even throw spoken and talks away towards you to see you down. They make sure that your life don't get better, but God said, I got your back to understand why you stand before yourself today while God was making it better. That's why God closed certain doors in your life to give you certain keys to understand elevation. When it comes to maturing, it's different. You out here acting your Bible and your shoe size with all the lies that your past had to tell, and they couldn't even keep it real because they had to tell all these lies. But when folks actually see who they truly are, and one thing you never had to do is switch up your story. The gaslight and hold on 1 second. It was only one-sided because you truly know how to respect somebody when they can't be part of your future. That's why they mad. I gotta go. Oh, you be a snapper, no Melissa Tetris. They say fairy tales is not real. But someone can truly walk into your life and not do it for likes and views or cloud chasing or fame. Someone can truly walk into your life and not switch up on you. Someone can truly walk into your life. That introduction of somebody that brought you the balance to say, you know what, let me come out my comfort zone to acknowledge to love somebody. Let me come out my comfort zone to be emotionally available. Let me come out my comfort zone to be emotionally there. And it just got better with time and day. Didn't matter the season, whether in the storms that hindered it when the world wanted to dim you, like to see you frown. Walking into the right person's arms every single day the most healthiest way, saying I do to the right person. It became your dream come true. Certain folks will not be able to understand how true love is true. They say fairy tales not real, but someone can truly walk into your life and never switch up on you. And I say that respectfully. And they will never have malicious intentions towards you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Loyalty, respect, faithfulness. It was part of their lingo when it comes to their verbs. That energy is different. Real love, that 4-1 type of love, that energy is different when it comes to the right connection. God's timing is different. Y'all didn't worship the devil, they would never understand that y'all two was on the same page when it comes to God's level. Even when the devil tried to distract you, the enemy damn sure was knocking on your door. Had these witches and these warlocks, these terrorists, these karmics trying to dim your light. But that relationship that's truly for you at the end of the day will never overlook you, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. You are beautiful, you are handsome, and you are worthy of healthy love. That love that's not going to mislead you. That love that's not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing or fame. That love that actually means what they said. It wasn't about a script. The energy is different. It wasn't fake. It was someone being emotionally available. It was someone saying at the end of the day, not only do I got your back, but I see you, I hear you, and I respect you. With no malicious intentions, we all not the same. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. True love is not supposed to hurt. This is why your past can't relate to why you chose you to move on. Because they wanted to do you wrong. Even straight though, I'll be fine busy on late, goddammit. Somebody else, leave it and say people the fuck alone. I said what I say, I gotta go. I'm Naya, genuine love respect, and my content is not for everyone. God is not for sale, and God has never been for sale. I do not worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. My content is not for everyone. They want to discourage you. Far from delusional. Believing in the faith that they can relate to. Understanding why you'd have to get physical. They try to antagonize you. Wasn't doing it for numbers, likes and views, or cloud chase, let alone fame. When God showed you how to maintain a smile they couldn't relate to, coming from poverty and pain. Overcoming that storm, they would never understand your reflection. Yeah, that weather was real at the end of the day, but you was truly keeping them real. You wasn't wearing a mask, you never switched up. The energy is different, being authentic with ball of certain folks' mental health. They project the case on you, get you like to put you in a sideboard, try to dim your light, but God never discouraged you. They try to get you jumped. They try to project the hate crime on you. They wanted to be the one to have the control and mindset of the narrative of your life, but because God said that you was irrelevant, they wanted you to be non-existent. Even when you got lost in your word, you still was being patient with time and day because God brought you balance when it comes to your growth. Certain folks have list problem, disability problems, and sometimes in life, you could be going through something and you start to get tangled up in your own words. But that does not mean that you're slow, stupid, or retarded. You are worthy at the end of the day. My content is not for everyone. And healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process, and I say that respectfully. It's not. It's never competition when you know how to respect your neighbor. Regardless if you came from poverty and pain or not, regardless if you had a mother and father by your side or not, respect's a two-way street. If you don't know how to respect your neighbor, just stay in your lane. Don't disturb the peace of an innocent person. And then when that innocent person speaks up for themselves, now they're dead ass wrong. Because you want to do them wrong to control the narrative of someone's life. You want to shortchange somebody of their heritage, their mental health, their vocabulary, their spirituality, their healing process, their self-love, their confidence, until it happens to your household. Now you're saying God doesn't like ugly. We may not pray the same. I know how to respect my neighbor, fall from my hate. We are not the same. When it comes to maturing, acting your body weight, you just fall from that because you was out here operating your shoe size. We doing two different levels. Evan, straight go for me. Oh, I gotta go. It's not a crime to be authentic. They said you act in your corner, you and nobody. They said you act in your corner, you and nobody. Far from my hair, neighbor. Far from my hater, we ain't the same, neighbor. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. So the genuine ones, never give up on yourself when someone says you don't have potential and they try to blackmail you against you and you never have malicious intentions. I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. Gang stalking is real until it's your household and you're not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing or fame. We're not the same. When God sends the right people into your life, when y'all don't worship the devil, that maturity hits different. Folks acting a body weight at the shoe size. That time actually hits different when it comes to maturing and growth. Something they wasn't running from was their past. But they understood their future and they now and today. And they understood that they can respect their neighbor regardless to what storm comes their way. With no malicious intentions. They never looked at their neighbor like competition. The hate, hold on 1 second, was never endured within a vein, regardless if they came from poverty and pain. Everybody has good days, bad days, misunderstanding days. Everybody's not in the same tax bracket when it comes to healing trauma and pain. But I still know how to respect my neighbor. That's the train of thought for me. My conscience is not for everybody. I may not make sense to the average person, but you are not for me. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. Individuals will sit there and say that you don't have potential and will invite you to their table just to humiliate you, disrespect you, just to make you feel like you're not worthy of choosing you, and then sit there and call you a bum, and then sit there and take your creativity, and then sit there and take notes on you and say, I'm on my way to the bank at the end of the day. Ain't nobody gonna believe you. But that was always God's flow when it comes to God's rhythm. Whatever God indulged within that child at the end of the day, it's only one of them. Because when God indulges within somebody, that authenticity, that anointings, that favor that child has over their life, that blueprint, can nobody take it away from that child of God. People pick and choose who could talk about God. People pick and choose who could talk about spirituality. It's a train of thought for me. It doesn't matter your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, disability, or age. People pick and choose who they want to bully. And one thing I don't do is run from my past. Yeah, he say, she say. I know how to repeat myself. That adult actually hits different when it comes to actually maturing. Didn't matter what I had going on in the background. Especially when you say you're trying to better yourself when it comes to your mental health, let alone your tax bracket. We're not the same. Regardless if you're an entrepreneur or a new beginning of becoming an entrepreneur, or you want to become a basketball player, a football player, a dentist, a lawyer, you start somewhere. It's certain individuals that don't like the fact that because you decide to start somewhere in your journey, regardless to what you got going in the background, folks don't like the fact that you actually said you wanted to start a process of choosing you to go within. They say get your life together, but as soon as you start to say, you know what, I'm going to do something, you may not agree to what I'm doing, but I'm not bothering you and I'm not hurting you, and I ain't got malicious intentions towards myself or my neighbor. They still try to dim your light. Make up your goddamn mind, and the train told me I gotta go. No, for real, I gotta go. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everybody. Individuals will look at you like competition. You was never competing. They would send spell work towards you, energy harvest off your energy. They would even try to destiny swipe at you, project spell work. Did I say it already? They would hack your devices, gang stalk you, and they would never put respect on your name. They would never confront you as to what they did that day. They would dig up your past to try to humiliate you. They will make sure that they have you shadow banned. They will make sure that you don't elevate in life. They will make sure that they strip you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, and emotionally. So you won't become your best self version of yourself. They say, where's your God at now when they're trying to get you robbed, jumped, or whatever the case may be. It be the train of thought for me. My content is not for everyone. It's not. You know, one thing when you become immature, one thing you don't run from is your past. Because that's what made you the man and woman that you're becoming. And especially when you say, you know what? I didn't take 10 steps backwards. I'm moving forward with my life. And something I never had to do was run from growth because it allowed me to feel. It allowed me to see. Because healing trauma and pain was never competition at the end of the day when they said that you was mentally ill. When God sends the right people into your life and y'all don't worship the devil, they pour into you. They don't look at you like competition, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. It was never for likes and views or cloud chasing. When the right community is truly for you, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. They're not sitting here to blackmail you against you. My content is not for everybody. Or plotting to have a hate crime towards you. And you're not wrong for speaking up for yourself when someone says that nobody's going to hear you or believe you. When it has to take a whole community of different folks in different tax brackets to paint a hate train towards you. And never not one time that you have to lie because someone did them your life. Always be yourself with no intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have. When God says the right into your life, respects a two-way street with no intentions. We not haters, neighbor, no. We not haters, no. I gotta go. You're beautiful. You're handsome. Have a safe year, day, evening, weekend. You matter. You're worthy. Protect your energy. Protect from your family. Stop the violence. Stay out of trouble. You matter and you are worthy. They say God is not real, but God is really real. God is real. God may not be real to you because you pray differently. But one thing I don't have within me is hate. I don't. People pick and choose who they want to bully. And especially when you never had to say that you was going to put your hands on somebody. When you're not in the background hacking people with devices. When you're not in the background gang stalking people. When you're not in the background energy harvesting of someone's energy. When you're not in the background trying to destiny swipe with somebody. You're not in the background trying to bring harm towards yourself or others around you. That energy is different. My content is not for everybody. And today's July 3rd, and I would never hurt myself. Be safe. Stop the violence.
Peace and respect, your neighbor. Stop the watch. You better don't dim your light, go. You never don't dim your light. No, I can shut up me, goddammit. Stop the violence.
And leave innocent people alone if you're not mentally ready to be in a relationship. No, ain't the trade on me. I never understood this weird bougie shit either. Like, how you start talking to somebody at the end of the day? And then you try to see what the fuck they got going on. And how much of a nerve do you motherfucking have because you don't fit in into their day-to-day activities? Self-love. This type of stuff actually happens nowadays because someone doesn't know how to love themselves. People put themselves in competition with the next person. When someone decided to open a safe place for somebody to walk into their life. It's a train of thought for me. God was never for sale when someone said God was by their side. I never gave no neighbor and no tax bracket permission to use my creativity as their own or to blackmail me against me at the end of the day when I never said I was going to hurt myself or others around me. And I said that respectfully. I never gave nobody permission to gang stalk me, to project harm towards me, telling my every move like a bad habit. I'm far from it, and I say that respectfully. Regardless of your tax bracket, how you try to blackmail me against me. You wanted me to be in my worst sin and be a crash out like a test dummy. I was supposed to be your science project at the end of the day. You wanted me to lack confidence and that you couldn't relate to what's truly going within. These demonic spirits at the end of the day, watching your every move like a bad habit, only rest the home. It's like we never had to get physical with these fools. I'll leave right there. I'm nice and respected. I will never hurt myself. Stop the violence. Today is currently July 3rd, 2025. It's sad and disgusting to see how you ain't gotta say somebody's name. They mask full of we ain't the same. I don't run from my past. Always be yourself and no malicious intentions. Self love can truly last.